Whoa. Well, I slept alright last night. I had a better sleep. Not sure why. Wasn't so much noise. There's a bit of loud sort of shouting going on out there, but just the tempo of something. Like in an area like this, it should die down overnight. It's not like a party sort of area. It's residential. It should be quiet. But anyway, I'm not whinging. It's just the way it should be. Just overnight. Don't give a shit about it. Don't give a shit about of a day, but overnight should be quiet enough to be able to sleep. No, I was just going to make a comment about I'm all for earning a living and being able to afford your home and your family, and I'd rather be doing that than just living off my pension, but it's what I have to do at the moment. But it's the people in this world who are the greedy ones out just for money who ruin the environment. So I'm happy to share a bit of information if it helps. If it helps environment, like clean energy, like my post on the Dick Smith slams. What did he slam? Dick Smith slams Australia is dumb or whatever. It's on the MSN news page. I'll put a little comment on there, a few comments. Some are a bit stupid, but anyway, it's all just a bit of fun, If I catch the bad guys, in the process, well, that's it's all good, well and good. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not a cop or anything. I just it's just what heaven's power does. It's sort of it's without even trying. It's part of the power of heaven where I live. Like it's the goodness of the world. The justice is the goodness, and it exposes evil. So it's not something I'm trying to do. It just happens. It's just part of the process of being a good person. You have a responsibility to other people to help other people and help these people who are evil get rid of their evil. So some people don't want to, but that's the life process. You don't get rid of your evil, you don't make it to the other side. So the good people of this world move on. So it's just helping people, really getting over all these evil ideas in their head that they have to be a bad person and have to do evil things to each other. Well, you don't. There's more enjoyable things being a good person. So I do them, but I haven't been married, so I'm missing out on all that other stuff. But because my wife hasn't she must still be doing bad things. Maybe she's a prostitute, wants sex for money or something. You don't get to heaven doing that. So anyway, just my thought for the day. Life isn't just about money. It's you got to support the ecosystem supporting you, and that doesn't think about money. It's the generous spirit of the world, the environment, the natural environment, animals and natural habitats and things, and we can just create clean energy and get rid of all this other shit. There's no reason why every person can't just build their own. I mean, maybe I'm a hypocrite. I haven't built my own, but I should try, I suppose. I don't know if I have the know-how to actually do it, but I know how it works. But you just have a stove sort of mechanism which heats a vacuum like a bulb. So you have a bulb, and then from there the energy heating inside of the bulb draws in more energy around it. So because a vacuum, when it heats up, sucks energy in, and it's sort of invisible energy. You can't sort of see it. It's not like electricity or something, where you're burning something, because electricity is burning stuff as well. That's sort of destructive as well, electricity. So we're sort of burning and heating up the world with electricity, and don't even realise we're sort of creating our own doom just by our own comforts. But there is, There's no reason you can't just have cold energy, just energy that's not electrified. So, it doesn't give you that horrible buzz in your home all the time. That's sort of like suffocating. You always feel like your lungs are collapsing with all this electricity around you and all these magnetic fields. And there's no reason you can't have cold, cold power, that just runs on the mechanics of energy production without burning any, because burning energy is actually a loss. You're actually losing energy and heat and other, radiation and stuff. So, but so you heat the bulb with a little stove mechanism. It just, maybe you have a solar system that starts it off, gets the ball rolling. A high-powered solar system would just get the stove cooking up to get the bulb warming up. And once the bulb's warming up, it sort of sucks in the atmosphere around it. So it's just a sphere, and you have just like a I'm not sure what the word is. There's probably a word for it where you have like a wire running around the sphere a certain way, and that takes the energy from the sphere, because the sphere inside is just a vacuum. It's like a bulb, bulbs are a vacuum as well. They have a gas in them, I think, which helps to illuminate them, but it doesn't actually affect the bulb itself. It's just an illuminating sort of gas, like neon or something. And so I suppose you could even put neon in there if you want it to glow while it heats, but I don't know if that's good for it, but you'd have to test that. Anyway, the wire around the bulb creates a current, and that goes to a plate. So that current warms the plate, and the heat from there attracts a magnet which turns. So you're kind of creating a little motor, I guess, but it's not the same. It's a bit different. I did do this a bit cryptically, so no one would sort of understand exactly. It's not exactly how it is the way I'm saying it, but scientists would understand and sort of. It's not everyone out there making them without me getting any reward. And so yeah, you have sort of that. Oh, excuse me. And so the plate sort of attracts the magnet to turn. It doesn't spin like a motor, it just turns. It's sort of pretty slow, just, it flips around. And I can't remember the last bit. What was the last bit? So the bulb draws in the power, it sends it to the plate turns the magnet, and then I think just the force of turning the magnet creates a current. Anyway, you'll figure it out. Something like that. But yeah, it's clean energy because the current coming out the other end drives the stove, so it's like a circular mechanism that keeps powering itself and drawing more energy to the bulb. So, I mean, in a spaceship, wouldn't have a bulb, you'd have some kind of enormous sort of field vacuum or something, which gets created from the force of the actual power. So you'd create a field vacuum, which is created from isolating a vacuum using some kind of power. You wouldn't actually have a glass bulb in the back of a spaceship, You create a field vacuum, which is just as powerful, be more powerful than glass, a field vacuum, because just as strong as a physical vacuum, like physical glass or whatever else. And it just keeps powering itself, sucking in this energy that's abundant in the universe. I mean, energy in space is just teeming with energy. It's more than Earth, really. The amount of energy in space just sitting out there, just waiting to get sucked up. People call it dark energy or something. It's no color. It's not light or dark. It's just whatever it is. Hard to really understand energy when there's no color, no form or substance. It's just out there, just sort of holding the world together, a little bit missing here and there. The power of little ship's not going to do anything. It's like, moving a bucket of sand from the earth, you're not going to notice, but it all comes back anyway eventually around the other way, so it fills the gap straight away. And yeah, you wouldn't have to have all these bloody, rocket ships using all this fuel and stuff. So the fuel they use is so expensive to make, it's like billions of dollars just to power a rocket for a few hours. It's ridiculous, and you just zip off with a little hyperdrive, Anyway, just where my head's at, advancing the world to explore other planets and giving this planet a rest, really, to rejuvenate. It needs a rest so the environment can pop back up. That's what it is. It's like you play with your toys in your lounge room, then you put them away. You clean up afterwards. We haven't cleaned up yet. We got to give this planet a bit of a breather. To get all its rainforests up and going, and because the ice caps are melting, and it needs an atmosphere. The atmosphere is drying up, so not good. It dries up, creates high pressure. So that when you get a storm, it's flooding, it floods. And the high pressure, drops. It's like bang, it just drops it all at once, The difference between the high and low becomes wider. Whereas before, you'd have sort of warm days and then a cool, 3 or 4 days of rain, just drizzly rain. It'd be nice. And now it all comes in one night. It's not good. It floods everything, so got to put our thinking caps on, use the resources, people that are out there, and you got to reward them. You got to pay them and treat them well. You don't just abuse people to get information. It's disgusting.